Do you enjoy local sports talk? Well, then you don't want to miss the Sports Couch every Saturday morning at 8:30 on Super Hits AM 1210 and AreaSports.net. The Sports Couch is 90 minutes of great local sports talk where we visit with area coaches and other local media covering the sports in our area. You never know who's going to be on the couch. So join us for the Sports Couch Saturday morning at 8:30 on Super Hits AM 1210 and on AreaSports.net. Welcome back to the Panther Showcase on the campus of Pinckneyville High School, Duster Thomas Gymnasium. I'm Randy Olson, joined now with Mark Wells. And Mark, it's time for the marquee game of the night, and that is the host Pinckneyville Panthers, ranked in the top 5 in the state no matter what poll you look at, against the Fairfield Mules. The Panthers come in at 22-2, and the Mules are 20-3. And, boy, a lot of people have been anticipating this game for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right, Randy. You know, both teams are going to, I think, match up well size-wise. And Pinckneyville's got a lot of go-to people they can go to, and so do the Mules. So, yeah, this is, as you mentioned, been a highly anticipated showdown for tonight. And I think it's, fit for the, as you mentioned, the marquee matchup.
You know, this is a great way for the Mules to beef up their schedule, is to be in this shootout and play the host Panthers on their floor in front of their crowd, their pep band, that sort of thing. Because if you can come in here and make a good showing in this situation, that bodes well for the future, and that's what we look for the Mules to do tonight. But it's going to be tough. It's an uphill climb.
It sure is. You know, the Mules had a good output last night, good performance against Johnston City. And, hopefully they'll continue that track coming in here tonight. And, games like this, Randy, at this point in the season are good for teams because it just prepares you for the regionals coming up, because you never know. You may have to face these guys down the road.
That's right. And not only do the Mules take on the Pinckneyville Panthers tonight here at the shootout at Duster Thomas Gym, but they'll go to Rich Herron Gym in Benton next Saturday afternoon and take on the Nashville Hornets. So you talk about back-to-back Saturdays with a loaded competition. That's exactly what the Mules are facing.
Exactly. And, they think tonight might be a handful. Well, next Saturday, as you mentioned. But it is. It's good. It's good, competition for the Mules. And, it just prepares them for what's to come later on in the year.
When you talk about the Pinckneyville Panthers, the first name that you're going to mention usually is going to be Dawson Yates. He's been their leading scorer, kind of their go-to guy. But he by no means is the only weapon they have. The Pinckneyville Panthers are loaded. You got Dre Scott on the inside, an excellent post player. And then you got the guys on the perimeter, too, that Devin Kitchen and Grant Tanner and Ben Restoff, the other guys in the starting 5. They are all capable scorers. They all handle the ball well. And the thing about the Pinckneyville Panthers that I don't know if the Fairfield Mules have really seen yet this year, they defend so well. Their defense is just outstanding. And so the Mules are not going to get those open looks, those open shots tonight that they've gotten against many of the teams in the Black Diamond Conference.
And that's exactly right. And, what strategy is Coach McElravy going to come in with? He's been anticipating this matchup, and what's he going to change from what happened from last night with the Mules' big win over Johnston City? There's going to have to be some kind of a strategy that both the coach from Pinckneyville and the Mules are going to have to use here tonight. It's going to be a good matchup. Two
outstanding coaches going at it tonight, too, with Bob Wagner, of course, at the helm of the Pinckneyville Panthers, and Scott McElravy at the Fairfield Mules. Both have been at their respective schools for a long, long time and had great success. And, of course, the Panthers members of the River to River Conference and the Mules members of the Black Diamond Conference. Great to see so many Fairfield people making the trip over tonight. We got quite a few people adorned in red immediately to our right. And for many of the Fairfield fans, I'd say this is probably their first ever visit to Duster Thomas Gym, and what a historical place this is.
It sure is, and you look over Pinckneyville's history with Dick Korn being the coach here for many years as well, and this gym kind of reminds you of El Dorado. It's a little smaller than El Dorado, wouldn't you say?
A little bit. Yep.
But what a nice setup it has here. When I pulled in tonight, and I thought, my goodness, where are you going to park?
Yeah.
Parking lot was filling up pretty quick, but it is. It's a beautiful facility here. And they love their basketball here.
They sure do. They sure do. We're going to take a short break. Be back in just a moment after we hear from some of our sponsors live on AreaSports.net and FoxesFans.net. It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at wainwrightpropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500. Welcome back to Duster Thomas Gymnasium at the Panther Shootout as the host Pinckneyville Panthers get ready to take on the Fairfield Mules. Again, we said that Pinckneyville comes in at 22-2, Fairfield at 20-3. So it's a great matchup of two outstanding teams here in Southern Illinois. We were talking about the lineup of the Panthers and what the Mules are going to be contending with tonight, Mark. But, you know, it goes both ways. I mean, Pinckneyville's got to find a way to stop the Mules with sharpshooter Landon Zerlini, the inside play of Kane Hicksonball, and, of course, the three-point shooting of Noah McElravy, Wyatt Gilbert, and then, of course, you got the bruiser underneath with Luke Dagg.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, something you never hardly see anymore, Randy, is a center where the Mules will go with 3 forwards and 2 guards, and Pinckneyville will go with 3 guards and 2 forwards. You just don't see a center anymore.
No, the game has changed. You just don't see too much post play anymore. The game has really changed, but I'll tell you this, Dre Scott can definitely post up for Pinckneyville, and you will see that in this game, and it'll be interesting to see how the Mules decide to guard him. Do they put Luke Dagg on him and go one-on-one? Do they try to double-team him in the post and make him kick it out? If so, you better hurry up and get out there on Dawson Yates or Grant Tanner or Devin Kitchen, because they'll drain it. And so, again, it's going to be an interesting matchup defensively to see what both teams do tonight. And we're just glad to be able to bring it to you here both on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net as we feed it on both websites, because we know there's so many of you who won't watch this tonight from not only around Southern Illinois, but probably a lot of alumni from all over the country tuning in for this one tonight.
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to have the national anthem, too.
They are doing a presentation at midcourt with the officials of some sort here. Oh, it's a scholarship golf outing, and they're going to present a scholarship, I believe, maybe at this time.
With the support of Country Financial, 17th Street Barbecue, Fanagoni Distributors.
Speaking of barbecue, Danny had a good-looking plate of barbecue over there.
No kidding. No kidding. The hospitality room, he went and tore it up.
Yeah,
I think he even beat Billy down there for it. We have been bringing you 3 games from the Panther Showcase here, as we brought you a Centralia win earlier today over Freeburg, and then the game right before this saw Breeze Mater Dei beat Marion 58-43. So this is our 3rd game in a row here at the Panther Showcase. And again, we want to thank the administration and athletic department here at Pinckneyville High School for their hospitality and all the help that they've given us in setting up for tonight's triple header broadcast. And again, they're talking about the Basketball Officials Association and the Coaches Association. And Pinckneyville High School is being presented with a check for $850 that will go into a scholarship fund.
Nice. That's a nice gesture.
Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah, sure is.
You know, we talk about the history here at Pinckneyville High School. You had a chance to see the state tournament trophies out in the trophy case and all the other things of historical nature here with this gym. You mentioned Dick Korn, who coached here for a long time, and this court is actually called Dick Korn Court.
Korn Court, yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
We're going to follow along with the public address announcer right now as the Fairfield Mules will be introduced wearing their traveling black uniforms trimmed in the red. I asked Coach McElravy, I said, you're going to be wearing the away colors tonight, I assume? And he says, I'm not sure if we're wearing black or gray. I'm leaving it up to the guys. And so apparently down in the locker room, they talked it over. They decided to go with the black. And so that's what they got on. We got some Mules student body members standing up in front of us. It's nice they made the trip here.
Absolutely. About an hour, a little over an hour, about an hour and 20-minute drive.
Noah McElravy will, of course, be one of the starting guards for the Mules, 5'10 junior. Wyatt Gilbert wears number 4, 5'11 senior. Kane Hicksonbaugh, number 10, 6'3 senior for the Mules. Landon Zerlini, 6'3 junior, wears number 24. He's been the leading scorer in most of the games this year.
Had a big game last night.
Sure did. And then Luke Dagg wears number 30. And Dagg is a 6'2 senior. So again, they go with McElravy, Gilbert, Hicksonbaugh, Zerlini, and Dagg. Pretty much the same starting lineup that they have gone with most of the season. Marty Slover is logged on watching the game tonight. Said he's piped it up through the big screen. Way to go, Marty. That's the only way to watch it.
It seems like everybody's doing that now.
Yeah. Welcome to Duster Thomas Gymnasium as the Pinckneyville faithful gets on their feet, and they're going to make some noise as they're
sea of blue.
Absolutely. Ben Restoff is a 6'1 junior. He wears number 10. Dawson Yates is number 12. He's a 6'2 senior. Grant Tanner wears number 20. He's a 6'4 senior. Dre Scott is the post player. He's a 6'3 junior, so he'll be back again next year. My goodness.
Yeah.
And Devin Kitchen wears number 40. And Kitchen is a 6'1 senior. So they go with Restoff, Yates, Tanner, Scott, and Kitchen. The thing about Pinckneyville, they do have some depth, just like the Mules have. You know, the Mules have 3 guys that they bring off the bench that we've been calling the super subs this year. Mm-hmm. And you'll see that with Pinckneyville, too. They got other guys that they'll bring off the bench, too. And so I don't know that the Mules have an advantage of depth in this game because I think both teams have it.
Mm-hmm. Anthem.
We are going to have the national anthem, and we will pause for that. The pep band here at Pinckneyville High School with their rendition of our national anthem. Still got crowd filtering into this gymnasium.
Yeah.
I asked them about the seating capacity. They said in 1951 or now in 2020. I said, well, just tell me how many people you can get in here. And they said, well, we've had 2,500 people in here several times before. And I said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just kind of wondered what the number was. So,
still a lot of open seats.
Yeah.
But what a nice gym.
Tremendous atmosphere for a high school basketball game. You know, there's no bad seat in the house here.
No, not at all.
It's going to be Luke Dagg jumping against Dre Scott in the center circle as we are ready for action here from the Panther shootout. And the tip is controlled by the Panthers. Dawson Yates has it out front. Mules will open in a man-to-man. They go to the right wing to Tanner, looking for a cutter. And they'll skip the pass over to Restoff. Restoff will go inside to Kitchen. Kitchen drives baseline. He's cut off, goes into Dre Scott. He puts it up and in, and the Panthers are on the board.
That was a good move by Scott.
Against Dre Scott as an excellent post player. You got to somehow keep him away from the basket, but easier said than done. Here comes Wyatt Gilbert for the Mules. He gets it down low to Hicksonball, can't control it. Leaves it out to Zerlini. Zerlini thinks about a shot, comes back out to Gilbert. I don't think Pinckneyville is going to give Zerlini the open looks that he's accustomed to having.
There's
a backdoor cut, though, and he scores on that. So if you can't shoot from the outside, why not a backdoor cut?
Yeah, good assist by Wyatt Dag as well. Or Wyatt Gilbert,
2-2. Gilbert on the defensive end now, working against Dawson Yates. Again, he's kind of been their go-to guy, but all 5 of their guys are go-to guys, to be honest with you. They won the Benton Invitational Tournament last week, went perfect 5-0 in that tournament. Ray Scott way outside from the basket right now. All of them can handle the ball, all of them can shoot it. They can all defend. Almost knocked away and stolen, but Panthers get it back over to Yates again. Yates against Gilbert. That's a nice matchup, although Yates has a certain size advantage. Yeah. Here's a skip pass back over to Yates.
Good defense by the Mules, Randy.
Yes, they are. They go inside to Scott. He gets behind Dag and scores. That's the thing about Dre Scott. He's good at sealing his man, and he did right there. And they hit him with the pass. See what the Mules do offensively now as Gilbert brings it up against Restoff. Goes over to Zerlini. Zerlini is guarded by Grant Tanner. I was kind of wondering who they would put on him. And Grant Tanner gets the assignment. Over to Hicksonball. Hicksonball is guarded by Kitchen. They're trying to post Hicksonball up in there right now. Looking for him. Now they get him the ball. See what he does. Takes it inside the paint. Spins on his man. Goes up on glass. Scores. And we're tied.
A good spin move by Kane.
And on the other end, we got a hold as reaching in on the fouls, Noah McElravy against Ben Restoff. It'll be out of bounds to the Panthers underneath their own basket. Again, Panthers come in 22-2, ranked in the top 5 in the state in Class 2A basketball. The shots missed from the corner by Kitchen. Rebound by the Mules. Zerlini will bring it up against Grant Tanner. Gives it to Dag, now to Gilbert. Back to Dag. Dag against Dre Scott, and he throws it away. Tried to zip it over to Hicksonball, and he zipped it too much.
Yeah, too much and a little too high, Randy. Couldn't reach up and get that.
You know, you got to have a little adrenaline going in this game. And it just takes a little bit to break that sweat and settle down a little bit, I think.
I agree.
All tied at 4-4, 5:21 to play here, opening quarter. Panthers are very good in this building. They don't lose many games at home. Yates and Restoff bring it up. Restoff comes over to Tanner. Back to Restoff. Gives it to Dre Scott inside the lane. Little baby hook, scores. He is a load in there. A lot of teams in Southern Illinois have had trouble stopping him this year. Zerlini brings it back up for the Mules. Out to Gilbert. Now Hicksonball thinks about a shot, goes inside. Dag.
He just couldn't handle it.
Man.
It's a good pass by Kane, but he just couldn't handle the pass inside.
Is that the first turnover on the Mules?
Second turnover.
Second? Okay. Just let me know as we go along here, all right?
Yeah, sure.
And
will.
that's almost a 5 count.
Yeah.
That was very close to a 5 count. Good defense by the Mules. Timeout by Pinckneyville, and we will take timeout as well and be back with more in just a moment. Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jagger's Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jagger's Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. Back at the Pinckneyville Panther Showcase, an all-day shootout affair. It'll be Panthers ball length of the floor after the Fairfield turnover.
2-2-1 press for the Mules.
See if the Mules can get a trap and get a turnover, huh? Here's a shot from the elbow, and it won't go by Kitchen. A rebound by Fairfield. Hicksonball out to Gilbert. Gets it ahead to Dag, and he loses it off his fingertips.
Third turnover on the Mules.
And 2 of them by Luke Dag in a row here. He's just got to settle down a little bit.
You're right. You mentioned it earlier. It's the nerves.
Again, the Mules look for that trap. But Panthers very good at handling the basketball. There's a shot from the elbow by Tanner. No good. Rebound, Zerlini. Up to Gilbert. Gilbert goes baseline. Gets it inside to Dag. And he's fouled. And go on Grant Tanner.
I believe that is correct on Tanner.
Yes, that'll be his first
team foul on Pinckneyville.
And Luke Dag's going to sit down for a minute. That's probably not a bad idea. Colin Massey's going to check in for the Mules. Let Dag kind of gather himself here a little bit. Here's Zerlini. Baseline, goes up the shot,
move by
scores.
Landon. Yeah, it's a good drive on the baseline.
Landon ties the game at 6. Well, let's see how the Panthers respond now. As they have brought Hunter Riggins into the game. He's number 24. He's got the ball right now. Gets it to Scott.
Good defense by Hicksonball and Scott.
He's going to be called for the charge.
He's going to be called for the charge. They won't count that.
Good defense by the Mules. As a foul on Scott, give Fairfield the ball.
His first second team foul.
We're all tied at 6. See if the Mules can capitalize on that. Pressure defense shown by the Panthers now as they trap. They get it ahead to Zerlini. Zerlini against Scott. And out it comes to Massey. Massey almost drove to the basket. Instead, he dished it to the corner for an open look, but nothing there for Wyatt Gilbert. Panthers bring it back the other way. Dawson Yates to the glass, and he is fouled. And will be out of bounds to the Panthers.
It's his second foul and second team foul on the Mules.
Panthers had to come from behind to beat the Benton Rangers on their floor last Saturday night in the championship of the BIT, but they did. And that was a classic battle. Benton got out to an early lead in that one by some 9 points. Pinckneyville battled back, won it. Off the glass inside, it's Grant Tanner. Puts the Panthers back up 8-6.
He almost lost handle on that. But he gained his composure and scored.
Gilbert finds a driving lane,
that's
takes it
good.
to the glass, scores.
They're going to count it.
They are going to count it, and he'll have a chance for the and one. You know, Gilbert's first step is so fast, and when he saw that driving lane open up, he just motored through there.
Yeah. Devin Kitchen, that's his first third team foul on Pinckneyville.
Gilbert a chance to put the Mules in front, and he does. 9-8 Fairfield.
1-2-2 press for the Mules.
It's a 5-2 run here for Fairfield. Still in the first quarter, 2:55 left. Here's a skip pass over in the corner to Riggins, and he knocks it down. Hunter Riggins. Again, all these guys can shoot it. 11-9. Here's Zerlini taking it inside.
Good move by Landon. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Rebound, Riggins back the other way for Pinckneyville. Gets it ahead to Restoff. Looking for a backdoor cut. He was almost there. Now they go inside. Here's the turnaround. It's left a little short by Tanner. Rebound by the Mules.
Good.
Ahead to Luke Dag, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah.
And the Mules run the floor well that time, Mark.
Yeah, they sure did. It was good thinking by Wyatt Gilbert to get it up to Luke. Good defense by the Mules.
Pass in the corner to Yates. He'll fire away, and he bombs it in from the right corner pocket. Dawson Yates. Mules get back quickly. Oh, too far underneath.
Too far underneath.
Wyatt Gilbert just ran out of room.
That's a charge.
Let's see if they call it that way.
They're going to call a blocking foul.
Ooh, boy, that's a tough call there.
That's a tough one.
Massey sure looked like he was set.
I think he was, Randy. He looked like he was set on that. Yeah, even Billy says he was set.
Former basketball official Billy Rocket, 18 years experience, sitting to our left. He said that was a charge.
Yeah, that was a charge.
What'd you think, Marty Slover? Was that a charge? Watching at home on your big screen?
I imagine Marty will agree on that.
Marty coached for about 1,000 years, right? 1,000 games.
Did.
First free throw missed there by
That's
Riggins.
the first foul on Colin Massey. That's the third team foul on the Mules.
Minute 53 to go here in the first quarter. Second one is good. Let's see if the Mules can respond now as Gilbert brings it up. It's down to Dag and collision underneath. What's the call going to be?
They're going to call, that's going to be on Grant Tanner. Blocking foul.
Oh no!
They're calling a charge on that.
And Coach McElravy is out arguing that one, and I can't blame him. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
How do you call that one a charge whenever the one down here was not?
You can't call this one a charge.
Yeah.
And he was set down here. The Mules was set.
Yeah, that was tough.
That's the they're calling that on Luke Dag on that. That's his first.
Right. Panthers ball, minute 40 to play. Well, those are such judgment calls by the officials. They're a tough call to make. They really are. That's the toughest call to make in basketball. Shot from the corner, no good by Riggins. Outlet pass to the Mules, and I'm impressed with how Fairfield is limiting Pinckneyville to one shot most of the time, particularly with Dre Scott off the floor right now. Without him on the floor, Pinckneyville's rebounding is not the same.
And he's been quick on the inside the last couple plays he made his baskets on, too.
Zerlini's got it.
Good drive by Landon.
Scores. Landon takes it all the way in. Cuts it a lead to 2. It's 15-13. We're down to a minute to play here in the opening quarter at Pinckneyville. Panthers in transition. Whip it out over to Grant Tanner. Out to the top. Shot by Riggins is no good. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be Fairfield basketball with 49 seconds to play in this crazy first quarter. Seesaw battle.
Seesaw battle. Both teams are quick up and down the floor. Which we kind of expected that, Randy.
Pinckneyville on a 7-4 run. But it's just a 2-point game. Blake Pruitt in the game for Fairfield. He's got the ball right now. And he has it stolen from him. Dawson Yates takes it down.
He missed it. He tried to dunk it. That should have been a layup, Randy. He shouldn't have tried to dunk that.
He was trying to ignite this crowd, and on the other end, Brandon Lane ties it up and ignites the Fairfield crowd. And we're tied at 15 with 30 seconds to play. Well, so far this game is living up to the billing, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. That should have been an easy layup for Pinckneyville. There was no reason to dunk that ball at that point.
I think Yates just wanted to
electrify
the crowd.
Yep.
And it would have had it went down for sure. Instead, it's a tie ball game, and the Panthers are playing for the final shot of the quarter. We're down to 8 seconds left. Who's going to take it? Here's Yates with it. Gets it over to Restoff. He'll fire a 3. Won't go. Offensive rebound. Back up. No good by Kitchen.
Good
and that's
quarter.
the end of the first quarter. Well, if you're Fairfield, you got to be thrilled.
You have to be pleased, Randy, with the way the Fairfields played this first quarter.
You come in here, and after one quarter, you're tied at 15-15. We'll be back with more in just a moment here live. This basketball broadcast is made possible by Fairfield Printing and Graphics and Sporting Goods in Fairfield, where you can find T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all kinds of gear for your favorite local team, such as Fairfield, Sisney, Wayne City, New Hope, Jasper, and others. Or they can customize exactly what you want. Fairfield Printing and Graphics is also your place to go for printing needs such as envelopes, posters, banners, anything you can think of, they can likely do it at Fairfield Printing, Graphics, and Sporting Goods. Learn more on their website at Fairfield Printing. And welcome back here to Duster Thomas Gymnasium. All tied 15-15 in this marquee game of the Panther Showdown. Shootout. And Mark, what do you think of that first quarter play?
Up and down both teams, and it's everything we expected this game to be, Randy. It should have been a charge on Pinckneyville here. Shouldn't have been on the Mules down here, but that's just firing up the crowd more and more. And
well, I'll say one thing, the crowd is into it.
Yeah, they sure are.
Both ends of the floor, both sides of the gym, the crowd is into it.
Dre Scott back in the lineup for Pinckneyville this second quarter.
All right, it'll be Fairfield ball to start the second quarter play as Kane Hickson ball checks back in, and he'll bring it up against Yates to Zerlini. Zerlini still guarded by Tanner. He'll fire a three-pointer, missed it. Rebound, Dre Scott. He'll bring it up himself. Hands it off now to Restoff. Over to Yates. In the corner it comes to Tanner. He'll skip it over to Riggins. Now out to the top to Restoff. Restoff guarded by Gilbert out there. Now over here to Riggins again. Shot is missed. Rebound Zerlini. Zerlini's going to stop and pop a 17-footer, and he got it. There's that mid-range jumper that you never see in high school basketball anymore, but you saw it right there.
Right there.
Good shot by Landon. Heels up 2. 7:09 to play here in the first half.
Trying to post Scott up in the middle. He's out top of the key now.
Riggins almost has his pocket picked by Hicksonball. It's touched by Hicksonball, so he can go in the backcourt and pick it up. And he'll bring it back up to Restoff. In the corner comes to Tanner. Back to Riggins. They got a mismatch underneath as you got Wyatt Gilbert down there on Dre Scott. That's a huge mismatch as far as size. Let's see if the Panthers try to exploit that a little bit. Here's a shot from the wing by Yates. He missed it. Offensive rebound by Restoff. Panthers still have it. Out to Yates. Yates lost the handle, but he got it back.
Got it back and right in.
Scored. Boy, that was a tough break if you're a Mules fan. Ties the game back at 17. That was going to be a turnover. Almost a steal as they double-teamed Hicksonball. Now he gets it back. Panthers will come at you with that trap when you least expect it. Pretty good defensively. And that's going to be...
They're going to call that a charge?
I think they said that Wyatt Gilbert used the forearm.
Yeah, I think so.
Tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one to take, and that's why it's questioning the official on that one.
Yep.
That's his first, and that's going to be the 15th foul against Fairfield.
All right, 5 team fouls on Fairfield, 3 on Pinckneyville. 6:05 to play, first half. All knotted at 17. Ben Restoff brings it up. Mules trying to knock off one of the top 5 teams in the state and try to earn some respect. Dre Scott inside, missed it.
He missed that one.
Rebound Brandon Lane.
It was a good cut by Scott, but he just couldn't get it to fall.
Gilbert now with it for the Mules. Finds an open lane, takes it inside, missed it. Rebound Pinckneyville. They'll clear it out to Yates. Yates takes it all the way down, a collision, gives it up to Scott, and he scores.
He lost the ball on that, Yates did, and Scott just picked it up.
And Fairfield Mules going to call timeout. We want to talk things over a little bit, maybe make a little adjustment on defense. We'll see when we come back. It's Pinckneyville 19 and Fairfield 17. Sit tight. We'll be back in a moment.
As a craftsman, Gordy had imagination and vision. As a business owner and machinist, he understood all the moving components and how important they were to making things work. When he dreamed of building his business, he knew he needed help. FNB provided the spark necessary to ignite his growth. That partnership has proven to be his best creation yet.
Back at Pinckneyville, we're hearing from some of our listeners. Rob Vaughn said that one play down here on our end was definitely a charge against Pinckneyville, and Marty Slover said the same thing.
Yeah,
charge.
You really can't argue that one. Really.
But anyway, it's a judgment call. They're making it in real time. Chad Hinkle's watching on the big screen. He says go Mules. Glad had all of you logged on tonight. 5:29 to go here in the first half. Great game so far. Mules not showing any signs of being intimidated at all. They're really not.
Coming out playing good defense. Quick up the floor with the ball.
Massey gets it ahead to Gilbert. He'll launch a 3. Missed it. Rebound taken out of there by Devin Kitchen of the Panthers. Gets it in the corner to Tanner. Tanner around to Restoff. Skip passes it over to Scott. Dre Scott out to the top to Restoff again. Over here to Dawson Yates. He'll fire a 3. Missed it. Battle for the rebound. Panthers get it. And going to be a reach in. I think it's probably going to be on Zerlini. Let's see. It is on Landon Zerlini.
It's his first. Team foul number 6 for Fairfield.
Here is the lob in to Riggins. Riggins over to Yates. Down low, Dre Scott. He scores and he's fouled. Yeah, again, that's the thing. If Dre Scott catches the ball that close to the basket, he's going to score or he's going to get fouled or both. He's a good player.
He is. He's
strong,
quick under the basket. Yeah.
Strong, he can jump.
That's the second foul on Landon Zerlini, team foul number 7 against Fairfield.
You know, Dre Scott's got good body control too. He's listed as 6'4". I'm not so sure he's not taller than that.
He looks a little taller.
I'll be honest with you. He makes the free throw. 22-17, Panthers' biggest lead of the game here.
Scott has 11 of Pinckneyville's 22 points.
Pinckneyville on a 7-2 run here to start the second quarter. Mules need a bucket. Hickson ball out to Gilbert, and that's almost thrown away, and it is. Another turnover on the Mules. Ahead to Riggins. Dre Scott lays it up, missed it. Missed the bunny. And what do we got?
Yeah, what are they calling here?
Not sure what the call is here.
Don't know what they're.
He didn't signal a foul.
He never signaled.
Well, they're giving the ball to Fairfield, but I still don't really know what the call was there.
Why Gilbert's coming? He's coming over here, Randy. It looks like he's.
Was that official timeout?
Yeah, it could have been an official timeout. He's,
okay.
Wyatt's standing here. The trainer is lower back. He's got a lower back issue.
Boy, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah,
They're
sure
giving
does.
him the rub down here.
Yeah.
He is in some pain, it looks like. I'd say he's got some kind of a back strain, spasm. So that was really an official timeout that the officials let him off the floor and McElravy checked in.
They called a foul on Dawson Yates. That's his first. It's going to be the 4th team foul on Pinckneyville.
All right. McElravy with it now, guarded by Yates. 4:09 to play here in the half. Over to Massey. Dag comes away from the basket to get it. Hickson ball has it now. Need to get Kane going in the offense here tonight. As shot is missed by Luke Dag. Rebound by the Panthers. Yates ahead to Riggins. Mules need a stop. Again, Panthers on a 7-2 run here. Three-pointer on the way. Dawson Yates, nothing but net. Can't leave him open like that.
Can't.
He's too good of a player to leave open like that.
Scott McElravy calls a timeout.
Timeout on the floor, and we'll take one, too, and be back with more in a moment.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Lynn Braden in McLeansboro today.
Back at Pinckneyville High School, we had both Coach Bob Wagner of Pinckneyville as well as Coach Scott McElravy, both on the Sports Couch show with us this morning to kind of preview tonight's game. And, you know, Coach Wagner kind of alluded to the fact that, you know, not only is he glad that they're playing that game tonight, but he kind of alluded to the fact that maybe this might be a matchup that might be something that they might look at continuing in the future.
That'd be
Pinckneyville
awesome.
and Fairfield, you know, wherever they might play it at.
Right. Yeah,
Colin Massey. That's exactly what the doctor ordered if you're Fairfield.
Mules needed that one.
Yeah, it was a 9-2 run by Pinckneyville, actually a 10-2 run by Pinckneyville. That's now answered by a three-pointer from
defense.
Massey. And
Good
a steal.
Defense.
Steal by McElravy. Back the other way. 3 minutes to go in the half. See if Fairfield can capitalize on the Pinckneyville turnover. We got a push off underneath.
It's going to be on Devin Kitchen pushing off.
Yeah, him and Kane Hicksonball were battling for position there in the lane. You could see it.
It's going to be his second foul, Randy, and that's the 15th foul on Pinckneyville. And Wyatt Gilbert's back into the lineup for the Mules.
Again, they were working on his back. He had some kind of a spasm. It's good to see him back out there as he replaces
Brandon Lane.
Brandon Lane, yes. Here comes into Hicksonball. Let's see if he can go to work.
Oh,
he has it taken away from him. Riggins swipes it. 2-on-1 break. Ahead.
He walked. They're going to call him for a they're going to call him for a foul.
Yep, I thought maybe he might have drugged the pivot foot as well, but instead they're going to say a foul before the shot on Dawson, as Dawson Yates is fouled, and he's fouled by
Colin Massey. That's his second.
So at the line, Dawson Yates.
Yeah, I thought he was going to call a travel on that too.
Missed it. As the Panthers are in the 1-and-1 now. He missed the front end, so Mules get the rebound. Hicksonball brings it up against Yates. And there's going to be a reach-in foul against Restoff on McElravy.
That's his first 16th foul on Pinckneyville.
2:34 to play in the half. Panthers by 5. Comes in to McElravy. Out to Gilbert.
Wide open.
He is open. Missed the shot.
Back in. Oh, what a nice.
Missed the bunny. Back up again. Is Dag no good. Still battling. Goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's Fairfield ball off the Panthers. Boy.
Yeah, Luke had 2 times around there, Randy, for a putback. He just couldn't get it to fall.
Just couldn't. Brandon Lane's going to check back in the game for the Mules, replacing Massey. 2:17 to play in the half. Pruitt is also in for Noah McElravy. Here's a shot by Hicksonball. It's short. Rebound Pinckneyville. Back the other way. It's Restoff. Ahead to Riggins. They'll skip it over to Yates. Now to Tanner. They'll skip it back to Riggins again. To Yates. To Riggins. Inside it comes Dre Scott. Works in the block. Scores. And count it. He's a load in there.
He is.
You know, the Mules had 2 defenders there, but they didn't really get in front of him to stop him from making the pivot. If you're going to collapse on a post player like that and double, you've got to make sure that they can't maneuver and make that turn.
Make that turn.
Once he made that turn, it was too late.
He's quick underneath the basket there.
Yeah, once he made the pivot and turned, you weren't going to stop him.
They called that foul on Hicksonball, and that's his first.
Makes it 27-20, and now the and one. You know, it's funny, we were talking at the top of the broadcast how you just don't see much post play anymore, but, you know, he's an exception. Dre Scott can play the post. 28-20 as he converts the conventional three-point play on the free throw. Minute 43 left. Mules need some points here before they go in the locker room. It was tied after 1 quarter.
Good feed inside to Wyatt.
Gilbert is in the tall timber and loses it out of bounds. And he's asking the official. He thought that maybe Restoff knocked it out of his hands.
Yeah, that's why what it appeared to be here, but of course the official's a lot closer than what we are.
All right, let's see if Pinckneyville runs a little clock here or what they're going to do. Minute 18 left. Riggins to Scott. Back to Riggins. Mules in a zone right now. He'll skip it over to Yates. Yates to Restoff.
Look like they're trying to play for 1 shot, Randy, here for the first half. Up by 8.
You got to watch the lob to Scott on this zone because sometimes when that ball gets in the short corner, it can be wide open.
Dawson Yates is wide open on the baseline. Watch
37 seconds. You got to watch that back door with Dre Scott.
Scott was wide open right there.
Yep. Tanner out to Riggins. 25 seconds left. Over to Yates. Pinckneyville moves the ball well. Very disciplined. Very well coached. And they're all good ball handlers. 10 seconds left. Yates has it. Over to Tanner. Crowd on their feet.
They're going inside to Scott. There he is.
Missed it. Got his own rebound.
Put it back up
in, and they're going to count it.
They're going to count it.
At the end of the second quarter. So the Panthers outscore the Mules by 10 points in that second quarter, and they go into the locker room with a 10-point halftime lead. Our score is Pinckneyville 30 and the Mules 20. We'll come back and take a look at the halftime stats. We're going to have Danny come on here for a moment, too, and weigh in with comments on what he saw in the first half. We'll do all that and more coming up here on AreaSports.net and FoxesFans.net.
Fast Eddie Veltman, the legendary Centralia criminal defense attorney, has joined Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law. With offices in Centralia and Mount Vernon, Olson & Reeves are personal injury and criminal defense lawyers, and we've got your back. If you've been hurt in an accident or you've been arrested for a DUI or other charge, Call Olson and Reeves today at area code 618-533-1601 for a free case evaluation. Olson and Reeves, attorneys at law. Houghton's Pizza House in McLeansboro has been serving up delicious pizza and sandwiches since 1978. That's over 40 years. It's great food at a great price. You can choose from their specialty pizzas such as veggie pizza, taco pizza, supreme pizza, or create your own pizza masterpiece and choose from the toppings that you like. Dick and Lucille and their staff are ready to serve you Tuesday through Sunday from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. at Houghton's Pizza House. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Houghton's Pizza House, a Southern Illinois tradition since 1978.
Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics are pleased to welcome new providers to our Carmi Family Clinic on Oak Street. Jamie Jacobs is a family nurse practitioner that not only calls White County home, but has 5 years of critical care experience. Also new to our team, internist Dr. Brett Schwarm has decades of expertise in providing adult and pediatric care. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Carmi Family Clinic has you covered. Plus, don't forget, weekend walk-in clinics on Saturdays for those unexpected illnesses. It really is all about your health at Hamilton Memorial Hospital Carmi Family.
Welcome back here to Duster Thomas Gymnasium at Pinckneyville High School. You see our halftime score. It's Pinckneyville 30 and Fairfield 20. Mark, your thoughts on that first half?
Well, the first half was, up and down the floor for the Mules and the Panthers, but, the Mules are having trouble stopping Dre Scott, Randy, as he looked impressive the first quarter, even more impressive the second quarter.
He's kind of the difference maker in the game right now, isn't he?
Sure is, yeah. He's got, with Pinckneyville leading 30-20, he's got 16 points. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. For 16 points for Scott. Dawson Yates with 8. Then you have Hunter Riggins with 4 and Grant Tanner with 2. And Pinckneyville was 3 for 5 from the free throw line for the first half for 15 second quarter points. Outscored the Mules 15-5 that second quarter.
Right.
And leading the way for the Mules is Landon Zerlini. He's got 8. Wyatt Gilbert and Colin Massey both with 3. Kane Hicksonball with 2. Brandon Lane with 2. And Luke Dagg with 2 for 20 first half points. Mules were 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And again, the big difference, second quarter, 15-5, the Panthers outscored the Mules.
And a foul situation, Landon Zerlini with 2, and Noah McElraby with 2, and Colin Massey with 2.
He's got 2.
For the Mules, Devin Kitchen has 2 for Pinckneyville, and that's it as far as players with 2 fouls. What I'd like to see in the second half is I'd like to see the Mules kind of try to get the ball into Kane Hicksonball in the post. And I know he's not guarded right now by Dre Scott, but perhaps if they go on the side to Hicksonball and let him try to work in the post, perhaps Scott comes over and tries to help. Perhaps you get some fouls on Scott, because they're going to have to do something to either get some fouls on him, or they're going to have to re-scheme something defensively, because 16 of the 30 Pinckneyville Panther points have come from Dre Scott.
That's right, and that way, if they can do that, if Kane can post up and free Landon, maybe to also post up or take the ball inside more than he did. He only had 2 points the second quarter.
Yeah.
So they got to get a little bit more offense out of Landon Zerlini. But you're right. They're going to have to, Scott McElravy, Coach McElravy here at halftime is going to have to do some type of adjustment on Dre Scott to shut him down the second half.
If you're wondering how three-point shooting is going tonight for both teams, Fairfield 1 out of 5 from behind the arc. Pinckneyville 3 out of 9. That's what the three-point shooting has been thus far. We'll take another short break. When we come back, we'll let Danny Anselman come and weigh in for a little bit on his first half comments and what he's seeing here down at this big showdown between Fairfield and Pinckneyville. We'll be right back.
It's the heating season, and Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods has you covered with fast, reliable propane delivery service for your home or farm. And if you need those propane bottles filled for your grill or camper, Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods can do it. Looking for a wide selection of guns and ammunition? You'll find it at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. You can even search online through their website at wainwrightpropane.com. And don't forget, they also sell propane grills, smokers, and deep fryers at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods.
The difference between profit and loss is razor thin in today's market. Luckily, your GSI dealer is there to help you stay in the black. Capturing futures carry and improving your basis with increased on-farm storage on average could earn a 50-cent per bushel difference. Taking advantage of early harvest and saving with on-farm drying makes a profitability difference. Proven and dependable grain systems that boost your bottom line, that's the GSI difference.
Welcome back to the Panther Showcase here at Pinckneyville High School. I'm Randy Olson along with Mark Wells, and now I'm joined by Danny Anselman. Danny, you've been running the camera here on this one, and you were doing the game right before this between Marion and Mater Dei, which was won by Breeze Mater Dei. I think we kind of understand now why Mater Dei is ranked 4th in the state.
I'll tell you what, Randy, I was very impressed with that Mater Dei team. They got all facets of the game covered. They got some kids that play quite a bit above the rim. They handle the basketball. They shoot the ball. I first time I've seen them play this season, and I'm well impressed.
Well, you can see why they split with Nashville this year, and both games were like 2 or 4 point games, so you can understand why they're playing with Nashville.
Yeah, when you look at Pinckneyville, Nashville, and Mater Dei, that's just 3 pretty solid teams right there.
It sure is. What do you think this first half here between Fairfield and Pinckneyville?
Well, I told you on the way down here, I thought the key to this game was going to be Dre Scott, because I didn't think the Mules had any way to cover that aspect. Same thing happened to the Benton Rangers last Saturday night. He got in a little foul trouble early in the game, but down the stretch he made some plays, and the Rangers didn't have a defensive answer for him. They had all the other facets covered, but then here's this guy, and that's kind of where the Mules are at here tonight. They're going to have to try to figure an answer. Scott McElravy went to a zone. That didn't seem to make any effect. They've just got a lot of weapons, and they're a very dangerous team. When they click on things, they're just kind of like silent assassins. They just peck, and then they shoot you.
And, and in this day and age where you don't see too much post play anymore, Dre Scott can play the post.
Oh, yeah. And he's just a junior.
Yeah, I know. It's scary.
That's kind of a scary thought right there.
Very scary for all the teams in Southern Illinois.
They can throw so many different looks at you. Look for the Panthers to come out. Their MO has been, when they come out at halftime, it seems like they just shift that defensive pressure to another gear. And look for them to really crank it up on the Mules here to start this third quarter.
Well, these first couple minutes of the third quarter are going to be vital, aren't they?
They got a 10-point lead right now, and they're going to go for the juggler here coming out of halftime. I've seen this Panther team play 5 games over at Benton last week, and I've watched Panther basketball for years, and
that's their playbook.
No big secrets when you come to play the Pinckneyville Panthers. Here's what you're going to get. We're going to give you our best shot, and we'll see what you can do with it.
Right. That is Danny Anselman, and we'll be back with more in just a moment here from Pinckneyville High School.
Hey, basketball fans, you're invited to enjoy an evening with the Blonde Bomber, Jay Scheidler. He's coming to the Edwards County High School in Albion on Saturday, April 11th. Jay Scheidler won a state championship with Lawrenceville in 1974 and finished 3rd in 76. He also won a national championship with Kentucky in 1978. And he was selected as Mr. Basketball in the state of Illinois during his senior year when he averaged over 32 points per game. Nobody else in Illinois has ever shot the basketball with the accuracy or the range of Jay Scheidler. And he could jump out of the gym, too. Jay Scheidler will tell all about his basketball stories and share his faith during an evening with the Blonde Bomber. Make plans to come out and hear and meet Jay Scheidler, the Blonde Bomber, on Saturday, April 11th at the Edwards County High School Gym in Albion. Tickets are just $20 each, which includes the meal. And music will be provided by the Judah First Band. Find more information by going to goodconcerts.com. That's goodconcerts.com.
Back to Pinckneyville and that Jay Scheidler event on April 11th at Edwards County High School Gym. You can also get tickets, Mark, at Carter Turf and Tractor in Fairfield, as well as Fairfield National Bank, Fairfield Banking Company, and what's the other place in Fairfield?
Doug Aman.
Doug Aman State Farm, that's right. So you can get them there. And, of course, at Citizens National Bank in Albion, you can get tickets, as well as Doug Horton Country Financial. Or go to goodconcerts.com and get your tickets. That's going to be a great event.
Yeah, it sure is.
All right, let's see what happens here to start the third quarter. The Mules need a good start here in the third quarter, don't they?
Well, they sure do. Let's see if they can come out with the same intensity they started with the game. And they've got to shut down Dre Scott.
Dawson Yates gets it over to Restoff. Now over in the corner, they work it to Tanner. They'll skip pass it over for a three-pointer, and it's off the mark, no good by Kitchen, but there's an offensive rebound. They try to lob it down low, and it's taken away by the Mules. We were all tied after the first quarter, 15-15, but as you pointed out, the Panthers outscored the Mules 15-5 in that second quarter to have this 10-point lead. McElraby's cut off on the baseline. Now he wraparound pass to Luke Dagg. Over it comes to McElraby again. Hickson ball is trying to post up in there.
Post up, yeah.
They need to get him the ball. Yeah. He was open there. Yeah. They got to get him the rock.
Get him the ball, yeah. Get inside, see what he can do with it.
Kane's doing a good job of posting up against very strong Gray Scott. You got to give him the ball. That's the matchup you want if you're going to get Gray Scott in the foul trouble.
Foul trouble.
He's only got one, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 16 of their 30 points in the first quarter. Wyatt Gilbert out to McElraby. He'll put up a long three-pointer. No good. Rebound, Dagg. Back up, no good. Hickson ball.
There we go.
Goes back up. Missed
that one.
And Mules have another rebound. Boy, that's three misses.
Three key misses there, Randy.
Hickson ball to Gilbert. He'll drive. Puts up the shot. Scores. Contact made, but no foul call. Cuts the lead to 8. Pinckneyville brings it back up. Dawson Yates quickly to Scott. Over to Tanner. Swing it over to the right side now to Kitchen. Down low, it's knocked away, stolen by the Mules. Hickson ball has it. He'll curl back around and give it to Gilbert. Gilbert over to McElraby. Again, this Pinckneyville defense doesn't typically give you wide open looks. You're going to have to put them up from way out there, and right there was a long shot by Landon Zerlini, and he was fouled on the arm, and so he'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws.
That's the third personal foul on Devin Kitchen, the first team foul for Pinckneyville.
Well, we'll probably see Riggins come back in the lineup here for Coach Bob Wagner of the Panthers as Zerlini misses the free throw. He made 2 free throws to win the game for Fairfield at the Carmi Invitational Championship game against Mount Carmel. Hit those 2 free throws with 5 seconds left. Makes the second one here. We'll have another one coming, and there we go, right on cue. Riggins does check in the game for Pinckneyville.
For Kitchen.
6:05 to go here in the third quarter. So Kitchen on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Another one for Zerlini, also good. Six-point game now. Mules have already cut into that lead. Grant Tanner to Riggins. Over they swing it to Yates. And on the floor, and Mules pick it up.
Another turnover for Pinckneyville.
Wyatt Gilbert with the quick hands again. Gets it to McElraby. Boy, if the Mules could hit one here, we'd really have an interesting game.
This is a big series
possession.
right here.
Big possession. Yep. Mules going with 2 high, a different offensive scheme this time.
Good inside pass.
Hickson ball down underneath the Scott. Gives it to McElraby, and he scores off the window.
Kane was just a little bit too far under the bucket, and he realized it and kicked it back out to McElraby.
Good heads-up play. Give him the assist. Cuts it to 4, and there's another steal by the Mules. Well, if you're Fairfield, this is the kind of start you wanted for the second half. In the corner, McElraby, it's a big shot. Will it go? No. Goes out of bounds, going to stay with Fairfield.
They're going to say that Riggins knocked it out of Wyatt Gilbert's hands.
McElraby had a good look at a 3. He was wide open, but he couldn't make it.
Timeout.
Bob Wagner doesn't like the way this is starting at all. He's going to do a little chewing on his Panthers here along the sideline.
Yeah, Mules have cut the lead to 4, Randy. They were down 30-20 at half. It's 30-26 now.
We'll take timeout 2 and be right back.
This basketball broadcast is made possible by Fairfield Printing and Graphics and Sporting Goods in Fairfield, where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all kinds of gear for your favorite local team, such as Fairfield, Sisney, Wayne City, New Hope, Jasper, and others. Or they can customize exactly what you want. Fairfield Printing and Graphics is also your place to go for printing needs such as envelopes, posters, banners, anything you can think of, they can likely do it at Fairfield Printing, Graphics, and Sporting Goods. Learn more on their website at Fairfield Printing.
Back here at Pinckneyville, great atmosphere for basketball here tonight, Mark.
Oh, it sure is, Randy. The fans are into it. The Mule fans are standing up. And what a turn of events this beginning of the second half, Randy. And that's what the Mules needed, as there were some key turnovers by Pinckneyville. And we'll see what happens now.
A 6-0 run to start the second half here for Fairfield, and they've got the basketball. A chance to add more to it, as Wyatt Gilbert will trigger it in. Comes to Zerlini. Out to Hickson ball. Now McElravy. Hickson ball again.
They're looking inside for Landon.
Landon turns around, puts up the shot.
Oh,
got it.
What a nice, beautiful shot by Landon Zerlini.
Cuts the lead to 2. 30-28. It's an 8-0 run.
And he missed it.
A missed bunny on the other end by Grant Tanner.
That was the easy layup he had, and he just missed it.
He'd like to have that back. Dre Scott almost with the steal. Now they do steal it. Restoff's got it to Riggins. It's an 8-0 Fairfield run. Dre Scott puts an end to that as he scores.
What a nice move. He's got such a quick move to the basket.
It's like a gazelle, isn't
he? Sure he is.
32-28. 4:11 left here in the third quarter of play. Mules were ranked earlier this year, but then ever since they had that loss to Olney, they've not been very kind to the Mules as far as having them ranked, despite the fact they have a record of 20-3. Here's Luke Dagg underneath. He scores.
Good, yeah, good assist by Kane Hickson ball on that.
And that cuts the lead to 2 again. It's 32-30. Pinckneyville's been ranked as high as number 1. Right now they're number 2 in one poll, number 3 in another poll. As they go up with a shot and scoring underneath is Grant Tanner. So if the Mules could pull the upset here, or even play the Panthers a very close game here on their own floor, that bodes well for Fairfield.
Yeah, it sure does.
Moving forward. 3:18 to go here, third quarter.
As you said, it's not easy coming in here to win.
Shot is missed underneath. Dre Scott with the rebound for the Panthers. He's going to take it coast to coast and score.
Scores.
He is an athlete.
Yeah. 20 points for Dre Scott.
And just a junior. Yeah. Landon Zerlini also a junior for the Mules. He's trying to drive, and he's going to be fouled by Riggins.
Hunter Riggins, that's his first, second team foul for Pinckneyville.
Out of bounds on the baseline as Wyatt Gilbert will be the trigger man. Comes into Dagg. Looks like Colin Massey's getting ready to check back in for Fairfield.
Long
three-pointer. No, won't go by McElravy. Mules.
Turnover by Pinckneyville.
Yep, they got going a little bit too fast that time.
Yates tried to get it to Restoff, and the pass was just ahead of him a little bit.
Mules were 1 for 5 from behind the arc in the first half, and not much better than that here in the second half. Let's see what Gilbert does. He drives inside, and he's going to be hammered by Restoff.
Going to give him 2 shots on that.
You know, I think that might be the recipe for Fairfield here in the second half, is just attack the basket.
Attack the basket. That's a second on Restoff, third team foul.
Force the Panthers to have to play defense and stop you. Free throw is good by Gilbert. It's pretty clear that the outside shot is not falling for Fairfield, so they're going to have to either punch it inside or attack the basket.
Attack the basket.
Because the outside shots are not going. 36-32. 2:29 left here in the third quarter. A lot of basketball left in this one. As Dawson Yates has it for Pinckneyville. Yates has been somewhat quiet tonight for the Panthers. Tanner has it. Out to Yates.
There's Scott.
Scott again. He's cut off. Hickson ball is guarding him that time.
Good defense by Kane on Scott.
Right side, they work it to Restoff.
Inside.
Here comes to Scott. The double team was there. They kick it back out. Shot is missed by Tanner. And on the rebound, we got a foul on Restoff.
Yeah, that's his third, Randy. That's the 14th foul for Pinckneyville.
So that's 2 Pinckneyville Panthers with 3 personal fouls. You got Kitchen on the bench with 3, and now you got Ben Restoff with 3, and he's going to take a seat.
Noah Carter, number 22, is coming in for Pinckneyville.
And that's going to be seeing his first action of the game. Noah Carter is a 5'10" senior.
Hey, he just came into the game, picked up a foul on that.
Well, again, Gilbert is so quick, he's trying to stay with him.
First 15 foul. Noah Carter, his first.
Here's the inbound to Zerlini.
Hickson ball and Scott battling underneath the basket there. Almost a reach in on Scott.
With the basketball is Wyatt Gilbert. Down low it comes to Lane. Try to punch it in down to Zerlini.
It's going to be a turnover.
Ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be Pinckneyville ball. Turnover on the Mules. Coach McElravy thought it was kicked or touched by somebody wearing the blue and white. Minute 29 left here in the third quarter. Hickson ball is going to take a seat.
It's like Colin Massey came back, or I'm sorry.
Brandon Lane's back
Lane
in there, yeah. You got Lane and Massey both out there off the bench. Out it comes to Riggins. Riggins over on the right side to Yates. He'll put up a shot. Got it. Dawson Yates.
Just a
38-32. Panthers by 6. They led by 10 at halftime.
Just a lob up there.
It was.
Yeah.
Mules have cut into that lead here in the third quarter, but haven't been able to catch them yet. We're down to 53 seconds. That's a lob inside for Gilbert. Too far, and it's stolen by Riggins. And then the foul is called on the Mules. That's the second foul on Wyatt Gilbert.
First team foul for the Mules this half.
49 seconds left. Mules need a stop or a steal here, down by 6. It was a 10-point lead. The Mules had got it down to 4. Now it's back to 6. Dawson Yates against Gilbert. Comes over to Carter now. Carter guarded by McElravy. They're going to run it down for one shot here. 29 seconds left. Yates. Yates against Gilbert. 19 seconds left. They lob it over to Carter. Back to Yates. 9 seconds left. Yates. Skip pass way over. Out of bounds.
Turnover.
Mules are going to have a shot at it. 4 seconds to go, and it's going to be Fairfield ball.
Grant Tanner was trying to get a pass over to Hunter Riggins for a 3, and he just threw the ball way over his head.
I thought they were going to run a back screen there to Dre Scott, but it didn't materialize. And it comes to Zerlini. It's stolen by the Panthers, and then stolen back by Gilbert. And that's the end of the third quarter play. Our score, Pinckneyville 38, Fairfield 32. We'll be back with an exciting fourth quarter in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net and on FoxesFans.net. Don't go away. Renshaw Title and Abstract has been purchased by Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and has reopened under its new name, Mount Vernon Title Company. Through the resources of Olson & Reeves, Mount Vernon Title Company offers title insurance and title examinations for residential and commercial properties, as well as deed preparation, closings, signings, and escrow services. If you're involved in a real estate transaction, depend on Mount Vernon Title Company at 1015 Broadway, downtown Mount Vernon. You can call them at 316-7322. That's 316-7322. Back at Pinckneyville High School, Duster Thomas Gymnasium, the site of the annual Pinckneyville Panther Showcase. Randy Olson along with Mark Wells, Billy Rocket, and Danny Anselmuck. We brought you 3 games here this afternoon. Centroia defeated Freeburg. It was Breeze Mater Dei over Marion, and in this one, Pinckneyville leads Fairfield 38-32. Your thoughts on that third quarter play, Mark?
Well, the Mules came out on fire in that third quarter, Randy. They outscored Pinckneyville 13-8. But again, a couple of some key turnovers and some missed shots underneath the basket they had, and that's what the difference is, 38-32.
All right, 8 minutes left in the game as we start the fourth quarter, and Wyatt Gilbert has it for the Mules. See if they can continue to cut into this lead. They had it down to 4 at one time. Again, we were tied after the first quarter at 15 all. It was 30-20 at halftime.
Trying to post up, and Kane in the middle there, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like they're going to call that on Dre Scott.
Scott was playing behind him, but kind of reached in there a little bit.
That's Scott's second, team foul 6. That's what we talked about, posting up Hickson ball, and so they can draw the foul on Scott.
Well, Kane's got a lot of offensive skills if you give him the ball and give him a chance. We've seen it many times this year. Yeah, he's battling in there with Scott. I mean, they're pushing and shoving. Here's a long one by Zerlini. Won't go. Hickson ball goes for the rebound.
Hey, stolen away.
Took it away from Scott. Goes
Take
back
it to
up.
him.
And
Good
scores.
job by Kane.
Cuts the lead to 4, 38-34. We might see those two battling a lot here down the stretch.
I think you're right.
In this game. Now they're guarding each other on the other end. Here's a shot in the lane, and that was way too easy there for Devin Kitchen. He's back in the game. Playing with 3 personal fouls, and now steal.
Turnover for the Mules.
Restoff in the corner. Here's a 3-ball. Missed it. Rebound Hickson.
Wide open.
Throws it ahead to Dag. Puts up the shot, missed it. And Dre Scott comes away with the rebound, and then it's going to be a foul on Dag. He was kind of off balance and just kind of threw it up there instead of making a quality shot. Just kind of lost his balance there a little bit or something.
Yeah. His second foul, team foul number 2.
Pinckneyville, 6-point lead here. 6:43 to play in the game. Dawson Yates bringing it up against Wyatt Gilbert. SIU Salukis winners tonight on the road at Drake. Boy, the Salukis are back, aren't they? Yeah. Amazing. Here's the 3-ball right side. It won't go by Kitchen. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Fairfield basketball. 6:23 left.
Did Hofstra win, or did they play today? I know Hofstra has been a big topic.
I don't know. I thought maybe that's what Billy was laughing about. I thought maybe Hofstra got another win.
Did Hofstra win today, Billy?
Yeah, I don't know. Mount Vernon Rams won at the Alton shootout today. They beat Ladue, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
And the big battle between Woodlawn and Goreville today went to Woodlawn. Woodlawn came from behind and beat Goreville today at Woodlawn 72-67.
Oh, wow.
And I see some of the Woodlawn players in the stands watching this game now.
That's good.
A lot of interest here. Zerlini with it for the Mules.
Good inside move by Landon. He just
Turn
can't
around,
get it to fall.
Won't go, tip back up. Who wants it? Hickson ball's got it.
Take it to Scott. There you go. Go up with it. He wanted to.
Gilbert tries to go baseline. He's cut off and gets it inside the Dag. Now back to Gilbert.
Lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Here's Hickson ball. He has it taken away from him. Swiped away by Kitchen. 5:22 left. Out it comes to Yates. Back to Kitchen. Inside to Scott. Out to Yates. And Yates is going to be fouled by Luke Dag.
The third foul, Randy. His third and third team foul.
Blake Pruitt back in the game for the Mules along with Colin Massey. This Pinckneyville team, of course, took Chicago Ore to overtime earlier this season.
And a big 3.
As Devin Kitchen buries it from the left corner pocket. And all of a sudden, Pinckneyville's out to a 9-point lead. 43-34. Still a lot of time left, 4:52. Here's Zerlini on the other end. He scores. Back to a 7-point game. Panthers in the front court with Restoff now, guarded by Pruitt. Out it comes to Kitchen. They'll swing it to the right side now to Yates. And they try to go down low to Kitchen, and he's going to be fouled from behind by Massey.
That's going to be the third foul on Colin Massey.
Still just 4 team fouls on the Mules, so as we come down the stretch here, Fairfield's in a situation where they're going to have to foul because they got fouls to give. It may take a while to send Pinckneyville to the line as shot is missed from the corner. Battle for the rebound, the Mules have it. Zerlini ahead to Massey. Inside it goes. Hickson ball. Works on Scott. Up and under. Looked like he might have been fouled.
Might have been fouled.
But the ball goes out of bounds. Hofstra won again.
Yeah,
okay.
Hofstra won.
All right. Beat William and Mary. That's kind of an inside joke we got here with Billy Rocket. Hofstra. Yep, they won again. I'm telling you, Hofstra's going to make it in the tournament. They might make it in the tournament. Who knows? Here's Zerlini.
Good spin move. What a move to the basket. He just couldn't get it to fall.
Nope, little too short.
Yep.
Off the glass. Dre Scott gets it ahead, and there's a shot up and in by Riggins. 45-36, 9-point lead. Here's Massey going inside. It's taken away. Out of there by Scott, and then a foul called on the Mules. Well, Fairfield's had some shots inside the paint here the last couple trips down the floor, but just can't get it to fall.
Can't get him to fall. No, can't get him to fall. Third foul on Landon.
Yeah, timeout on the floor, and we'll take timeout as well and be back with more in just a moment.
Valpo Home Furnishings has been serving the area for nearly 30 years with quality furniture, appliances, and bedding. Their goal at Valpo Home Furnishings is to give you a great selection of home furnishings, appliances, and bedding at a great price with outstanding hometown customer service. If you're in the market for new or updated furniture, appliances, or bedding, check out the selection at Valpo's, 103 East Main Street on the south side of the square in McLeansboro, and visit their website at valpohomefurnishings.com.
Back at Pinckneyville, where the Mules trail it by 9 here in this marquee game of the Panther Showcase, and time is starting to run a little short here for Fairfield. They need to get some buckets and got to make some stops, and boy, they've just missed a couple opportunities the last couple trips down the floor, haven't they?
Yeah, they sure have. A couple of key opportunities underneath the basket. Good spin move by Landon, but he just couldn't get the ball to fall into the basket. And those are big baskets you miss at this point in the game, Randy, with 3:48 to go. The Mules can't afford to have many more missed shots like that.
Again, all the scores from today's action will be posted on our website at AreaSports.net. Some of the scores are already up from games earlier today down here. It's been a full day of basketball. They started at 9:30 this morning. And we got down here about 2:45, I'd say. Took in a couple of games before the 3 that we've done. Been a good day. Devin Kitchen has it out to Scott. 3:35 left. Mules need a steal or a stop here. Riggins has it. Kitchen with it again. Scott. Again, Pinckneyville doing a good job taking care of the basketball here as the Mules chase. Yates out to Kitchen. Now Scott comes way out for it. Landon Zerlini gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. Down to 3:08 left.
Trying to eat a little time off the clock. Pinckneyville is.
And again, the Mules have got a couple fouls to give too, as they got 5 team fouls, so they'd have to foul twice before they send Pinckneyville to the line. But I'm going to tell you, the Panthers can shoot free throws. Dawson Yates inside. Missed the shot, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Mules. We'll stay with Pinckneyville. 2:52 left. Next Saturday, the Mules take on the Nashville Hornets. Doesn't get any easier, does it?
No.
Nashville beat this Pinckneyville team by 19 at Nashville. And that's going to be a foul away from the basketball. Yep, it's an offensive foul on the Panthers. It's going to be Fairfield ball. 2:40 left in the game. Mules need to convert here.
That's 3 on Dre Scott. That's his third, Randy. This is a big
possession.
Big possession.
Yeah, Mules have to convert here. They've got to score. Running out of time here. 2:35 left. Here comes Wyatt Gilbert with it. Gilbert inside the paint. Lost the handle as it blocked from behind. But they said Pinckneyville was stepping on the end line as Grant Tanner caught the ball, but he was standing on the end line. Fairfield ball. Gilbert inside Zerlini. Has it slapped away from him. And out of bounds. Pinckneyville ball.
Pinckneyville ball. He lost handle on it.
Quick hands by the Panthers. 2:26 to play. Mules don't even get a shot off.
That was a key possession.
That was a tough possession there. Pinckneyville looking for win number 23. Only 2 losses. They lost to Chicago Orr and lost to Nashville. That's it. Beating everybody else on the schedule. Pass taken away by the Mules. Dag gets it ahead to Hickson ball. Kane thinks about a shot. 2:07 left. Mules need a bucket. Doesn't have to be a 3, just need a bucket. Hickson ball. He's going to fire a 3. Missed it. Rebound by the Mules. They'll control it again as Gilbert gets it out to Mount Lowe Noah McElravy. He misses a 3.
Short 3.
Again, the long shots have just not been falling today for the Mules. Minute 41 left.
Turnover
Steal.
again.
Here comes Zulini with it. 3-on-1. Can they convert? They missed the bunny by Gilbert. Oh, boy. Tough one.
That's tough.
Panthers back the other way. As Grant Tanner is fouled. And that's going to be 6 team fouls.
3rd team foul on Noah McElravy.
So 1 more, and then Pinckneyville will be shooting. Out of bounds to the Panthers, right in front of their own bench. Devin Kitchen gets it into Yates. Taken away by Zerlini. Going to stop and pop a 3. And he got it. Mules cut it to 6. 45-39. Timeout with 1:15 to go.
That's a big 3 by Landon Zerlini.
Back with more in a moment.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Agent Melissa Walden.
1:15 left in the ball game. Mules down by 6. That's a 2-possession game. Still a lot of time here, Mark, but you got to get a stop.
You got to get a stop, and you got to make shots, Randy. You know, you stop and you think of some of the shots the Mules have missed underneath the basket.
Boy, yeah.
This could be a totally different ball game right now. A lot closer.
And again, the shots behind the arc tonight have just not been falling, except that last one by Zerlini.
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. Yates has got it. Here's a trap by the Mules. Riggins gets it across. I thought he walked.
I thought he did too. They're going to call a foul.
Wow, that was tough. I guess the foul was before the travel.
That's the 4th personal foul on Landon Zerlini.
Thought the Mules might have the turnover that they needed.
I thought they did too.
So going to the line will be Riggins. Hunter Riggins. He's a 6-foot senior. He's pretty stout.
Him and Kitchen. Probably football.
Might play for the Panthers football team. He missed the free throw.
Missed it, yeah.
Mules still have life. Brandon Lane. Out to Wyatt Gilbert. Inside it comes. Lane. And jump ball is called.
Jump ball.
Reaching in for it was Dre Scott to tie him up, and the possession arrow gives it to Pinckneyville. Well, the Mules had the possession. They had the time. They just couldn't get a shot off.
Get the shot.
But again, credit the defense of the Panthers. 52 seconds left. Dawson Yates has it. Ahead it comes to Riggins. Mules chasing. There's going to be a foul, and that will send Panthers to the line. Well, they missed the front end a moment ago of the 1-and-1.
4th foul on Luke Dag. 17th foul against Fairfield.
This time it's going to be Devin Kitchen going to the line. Has he been there tonight, Mark?
He has not been to the free throw line.
All right. Riggins missed a front end a moment ago. See what Kitchen does. And he buries it. Well, now it's a 3-possession game, which makes it a little bit more cumbersome for the Mules with 42 seconds left. Missed that one. Fairfield with a rebound. Here comes Gilbert. Need a bucket. There's a 15-footer. Missed it. Rebound Kitchen. And the foul on the Mules. I think Gilbert got him. Yep. So we'll walk to the other end, and Devin Kitchen will go back to the line again.
Third foul on Wyatt.
30 seconds left in this one. Well, it's been a valiant effort by the Mules tonight. They were tied 15-15 after one, trailed by 10 at halftime, trailed by 6 after 3 quarters, and trailed by 8 now as the first free throw is made by Devin Kitchen. Mules led off and on in that first quarter. Second free throw's missed. Zerlini's got it. Brings it up against Restoff. Puts up the long three, and he got it. He hit that from the S on Panthers. 47-42. Mules cut it back to 5. It's back to a 2-possession game with 23 seconds left. Well, I've seen stranger things happen.
Yeah.
You know, you got to steal the inbound here. That's what you hope for. Somehow you got to keep Pinckneyville from either getting the ball inbound, get you a 5 count, or steal the inbound. And then, you know, crazy things can happen, but you got to have the ball back 2 more times because we're down 2 possessions. It's been a great game, and it's been a great atmosphere here.
It sure has.
They do a wonderful job here hosting this event, the Panther Showcase at Pinckneyville High School. Again, thanks to the athletic department and the administration for all the hospitality that they've shown us. It's been great meeting some old friends down here that we haven't seen and talked to in a long time.
As you mentioned, Randy, this is the key right here. Get them to turn the ball over.
They're not going to guard the inbounder, instead trying to double on the guys trying to catch the pass, and they do get it into Kitchen, and he's fouled immediately.
Wyatt Gilbert, that's his 4th.
Well, Kitchen missed one a minute ago.
Yeah.
They're hoping and banking on the fact that he'll miss it again.
He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line.
Makes that one. All right. Still a 2-possession game, so now here's the big one. If he makes this, it's back to 3 possessions. If he misses it, Mules still got some life. Slim, but still got some.
Still got it, yeah.
He did miss it. Zerlini brings it up. 6-point game. Zerlini for the 3 ball. Missed it. Dre Scott with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Massey. Mule fans were wanting a foul on the shot. They thought Zerlini was fouled on his 3-point shot.
4th foul on Colin Massey.
Dre Scott will go to the line now. Has he been to the line for?
He's been to the line. He's 2 for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought Landon might have been clipped there. He missed that one.
You know, Pinckneyville, just like Fairfield, has a lot of great sports programs going on right now. They were very, very good at volleyball. They're very good at girls basketball, much like Fairfield. Good at volleyball, good at girls basketball, good at boys basketball. Missed that free throw. A chance for the Mules. 3-pointer won't go by Massey. And underneath, we got a tie-up, and possession arrow's going to
give it to
Fairfield with 5 seconds left. Mules down 6 with 5 seconds left. So right underneath the basket, it'll be Gilbert triggering it in. Gilbert to Zerlini. He'll turn, fire, missed it. Massey tries to save it, and that's the ball game. Pinckneyville wins it by a score of 48-42. Fairfield plays them even in the first quarter and plays them even Steven in the fourth quarter. It was 10 points apiece in that fourth quarter. 15 points apiece in the first quarter. It was that second and third quarter that, especially that second quarter, when Pinckneyville went out to that 10-point lead and went into the locker room with that lead at halftime. Mules just never could quite dig out of that 10-point hole. Gray Scott is the most valuable player of the game. Really no surprise. Certainly something that was probably expected with the kind of game he had. He had 16 points at halftime, and in a moment we'll tell you how much he ended up with for the whole game as Mark is working on our post-game stats. And we'll come back and take a look at those in just a moment here live on AreaSports.net.
Vaughn Equipment is a family-owned and operated business in Fairfield that's committed to providing quality equipment to the farm, construction, tractor-trailer, marine, and oil field industries. They feature a great selection of new and pre-owned trucks, trailers, farm equipment, construction equipment, and rental equipment. Their inventory changes weekly, and you can see it all in person or on their website. Whatever you're looking for to do the job right, Vaughn Equipment can help you. They're located at 1102 South 1st Street in Fairfield, or call 842-3500. Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jagger's Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jagger's Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. Renshaw Title and Abstract has been purchased by Olson & Reeves, attorneys at law, and has reopened under its new name, Mount Vernon Title Company. Through the resources of Olson & Reeves, Mount Vernon Title Company offers title insurance and title examinations for residential and commercial properties, as well as deed preparation, closings, signings, and escrow services. If you're involved in a real estate transaction, depend on Mount Vernon Title Company at 1015 Broadway, downtown Mount Vernon. You can call them at 316-7322. That's 316-7322.
Welcome back here to Duster Thomas Gymnasium. It is a final as Pinckneyville Panthers improved to 23-2 on the season as they hold off the Fairfield Mules 48-42. Mules dropped to 20-4 on the season. They lose it 6 points, 48-42, and you know it's never fun to lose. You don't want to lose, but I think if you're Fairfield, you obviously have to look at this as a situation where, you know what? We learned something about ourselves tonight, Mark. We know now that we can play with the elite teams in Class 2A. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily there to where we're beating them yet,
right?
But we know we can play with one of the elite teams in Class 2A. I think coming here tonight, with this big crowd, their pep band, all they got going on is the marquee game of the showcase. To hang in here with Pinckneyville and still have a shot near the end, I think hats off to the Mules.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they have anything to be disappointed about. You're exactly right, Randy, coming in here. As this apparently, everyone was anticipating this matchup and everything with Pinckneyville. And, with a few key shots that the Mules made and some turnovers, it could have been a totally different ball game. But I think, as you mentioned, you step back and you take this game as a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
The Mules only lost by 6 points, so nothing to be ashamed of. They did come in here and play Pinckneyville pretty good tonight.
And they'll have a chance to take on another elite team, the Nashville Hornets. And that'll be at Benton at the shootout down there next Saturday. That'll be a 4 o'clock game. And, yes, we'll be there to bring you that one, too.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to that. Run down the scoring for us, if you would, Mark.
Okay, well, Pinckneyville was led by Dre Scott, Randy. He was 20 points for the game. He was 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Then you had Dawson Yates with 10, Devin Kitchen with 8, and Hunter Riggins with 6, and Grant Tanner with 4 for a total of 48 points. The Pinckneyville Panthers had 9 turnovers in the game, and again, 10 fourth quarter points. They were 6 for 11 from the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
Pinckneyville was. For the Mules, they were led by Landon Zerlini. He also had 20 points, and he was 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Wyatt Gilbert with 10 points. Then you had Kane Hicksonball with 6. Luke Dagg with 4. And Colin Massey and Noah McElravy with 3. And Brandon Lane with 2. The Mules were 5 for 6 from the free throw line with 10 turnovers in the game. And again, if you look at Noah McElravy, he only had 3 points. Somebody that has a few more points in a game, Randy, than what he had tonight. And his 3 points came from a three-pointer in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And so he was actually shut out the first half and the fourth quarter. So again, I don't think the Mules, I'm like you, I don't think the Mules have anything to be ashamed of. Yeah, tough loss. But again, coming in here and playing a perennial power on their own home floor was a big accomplishment for the Mules tonight.
And the Mules really didn't shoot that well from behind the arc. They were only 3 out of 16 from behind the arc. 3 out of 16. But on the other hand, Pinckneyville was only 4 out of 15.
4 from 15. And
so you got to give the Mules credit for some defense there, too.
Yeah, you do.
They contested the shots.
Exactly. And again, Pinckneyville missed some shots underneath the basket, along with Fairfield missing quite a few shots underneath the basket, too. It could have been a whole different ball game. But hats off to the Mules for further effort tonight. Nothing to be ashamed of.
This score was tied 7 different times in this game, and the lead changed hands 4 different times throughout the game. So that kind of gives you an idea of really how close it was. Again, quarter by quarter, Pinckneyville and Fairfield were tied 15-15 after 1. The Panthers led by 10 at the half. They led by 6 after 3 quarters. It was all even Steven in that fourth quarter as both teams scored 10 points apiece in the fourth quarter. But the Panthers hold on to win it by a score of 48-42. And again, Pinckneyville improves to 23-2 on the season, and the Mules fall to 20-4. Anything else you want to add, Mark?
I just think it was an awesome game. Both teams were quick up and down the floor tonight, Randy. The transition on both teams after a rebound or a missed bucket. So both teams came out on fire, and again, Pinckneyville just pulled it out. Good ball game.
Well, we hope everybody enjoyed our coverage, not only of this game, but also of the previous 2 games that we did, the Centralia-Freeburg game, as well as the Marion and Mater Dei game. And for Danny Ounceman, for Billy Rocket, and for Mark Wells, this is Randy Olson saying thanks for watching, thanks for listening. And again, the final score, Pinckneyville wins this one over Fairfield, 48-42. And so long from Duster Thomas Gym in Pinckneyville.